Hi, Sonder family. I hope you enjoyed that song. It's called The World's Smallest Violin. The original version has some cusses in it. So, if you want the non-cusses, you can put like clean when you search it. This one was by James Major, The World's Smallest Violin, but I thought that was so funny. I am so glad to welcome you to this time of reset. This is our kind of slow it down social. Happy Friday. You made it through the week. You're kicking off your weekend with a little mindfulness, a little slowness. I hope you have your journal with you. If you don't, you can grab something else to color. You can sit and just journal and just write and brain dump from the week. This is about your time. You can decorate your cover, sit with your stickers, slap on some different paper. I know that most of us have gotten our September journal, so maybe you're going to sit and get that September journal cover fixed up pretty to make it, a little more personal. Savannah, you're so sweet to ask. Savannah was at our my Monday morning setup. Y'all, I have a pinched nerve and it is made me crazy. My hand is not working right. I am doing better, Savannah. Thank you for asking. I've got, the prednisone going, and I've got my cocktail of Tylenol and Aleve. And so I think it might take a little while. I've been reading that these things can hang around a lot, but I'm doing ice, heat, repossess all the good stuff. So thank you. I've been feeling a little, but right now I'm at the peak of medicine. So I managed to hit that time slot just right for y'all to be with you. So yeah, this is your time. I know a lot of you, like Carly says, I'm working on my budget. I'm carving out this space. I'm gonna go hang out with some friends, but I'm also gonna do some grown-up responsibilities like hanging out, with my budget, looking ahead, seeing where we are. Christine, this is a tiny little page to color, but I've got some options because I know for me to color this week has not been something that I wanted to do, and oftentimes my hands, I have arthritis, and these little things. So I've got some options for you to help you engage with this page, some suggestions as we go through. So lots of things. This is just, I love this. And maybe you're sitting with some crocheting or some knitting, or you're going to write a letter, pay some bills. This is your time for a little bit of a quiet moment. So welcome, welcome. And I rolled my desk up so I could stand and like throw my shoulders back because it feels better when I do that. Okay, let's get on. Y'all, pre-order the Daily Reset Journal. This is a new offering from Silk and Sonder. Maya's going to be sharing links as we go. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Please welcome my co-pilot tonight, my co-facilitator, my good friend Maya Martin Glenn. She's in Colorado. She's in the chat with you, and she'll be monitoring all that, and she'll be sharing things like the link to go check out the Daily Reset Journal. Maya, I'm so sorry. It might be the meds, right? So that's going to be a new offering that might really work beautifully for y'all. Marie, you were in the ER, so you need this tonight. We're glad you're here. We always say show up as you need to. Now we are already getting excited about the Burr months coming, and we've got an exclusive with the founder Meha in September, on September 17th, and it's the Focus Reset. And that may or may not have to do with our new theme. I hate to do the spoilers because I know some of y'all are probably still waiting on the postal service to deliver your journal. Um, but oh goodness, you can't hear. Is anybody else having issues with that, with my volume? I've got everything on. So make sure a plug hasn't come undone there. Okay, you can hear. Good deal. Okay, so you'll want this is again going to be a free exclusive. You can invite a friend, but just maybe go pencil that in so you can carve that time out for yourself next month. And then, of course, we have been digging into velocity. And what I've loved about velocity, this theme this month, is that me included, I'm all for it. And at the beginning of the month, I was like, oh, it sounds physicsy, too much like physics. And I am really loving learning how to align my direction with speed and momentum. And I think this has caused me to slow down and look and like you know how we always say, if you don't rest, your body will make you rest. And some of that, I'm wondering if I power washed, but I wonder if it's just so much that I've been carrying in my body, and my body is saying it is time for you to slow down a little bit. I'm trying to find the silver lining of this thing. I don't know, but this velocity will make you stop and think about the momentum and the direction. So we have these community guidelines. And I want to encourage you. I've got my Silken, y'all, this is my Silken Sonder Wild Ambitions candle, and it is almost done down at the bottom. It's really nice to light a candle and to just have that mindset that I have created this little space of peace. So I encourage you to maybe grab a candle while you color or you do your your small tasks, hobbies. Smell-o-vision. Yes, this one is rosemary, white tea, and lilac. But I put this graphic on because when you help others shine, you end up in brighter rooms. And I can just imagine you all sitting at your computers, lighting this community light and thinking about being with one another tonight. Um, Okay, so we're going to have a very quick opening activity because, as you know, these are about 45 minutes long, 45, 50 minutes long. And so our opening activity is going to be a very short one, but I hope you find it meaningful. I had to get some help with it. We're having coloring time. I've got some inspo slides for you, like I was saying, how you can interact with your page. And Courtney, I'm so glad you're here. It's been forever since you've been here. And remember, you don't have to come with a coloring page. You can just come with other things. And then we're going to have our closing. Okay, so my half brother is a musician. So I got his help with tonight's opening activity. It's your life in musical direction. So I hope you've grabbed that candle, you're settling in. We spend a lot of time thinking about whether we're moving fast enough. But velocity isn't the same thing as rushing. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is find our own rhythm. So, tonight we're looking at some musical terms, and I am not a musician by any means. So I ran this whole prompt by my half brother who is a musician. I said, did I use these appropriately? And he gave me thumbs up. So, crescendo would be to let something grow in your life. Is there something that you need to just let it grow? Diminuendo, let something become smaller. Is there something you need to step away from? Fermata, do you need to pause and linger? Take a beat. Don't make a quick, hasty decision. Accelerando, pick up the pace. I know, let it, I was thinking the same thing, Courtney, the song, yeah, let it grow. Retardando, and I apologize if I'm slaughtering these words to you musical folks, but that intentionally slowing down, and da capo, begin again. And so I'm going to put on just a spot of music and invite you to think about what's happening in your life right now and which direction are you being invited to move. Take that musical term, write it into the violin, on the fretboard, on your page, or maybe somewhere else in your journal about what you need at this moment. And you can just write the one word. You don't have to do a whole prompt, a whole reflection unless you want. But let this word be your guiding word as you think about your life in a musical direction. Righty. Thank you for thinking about what life might need to look like in musical terms for you. I think I'm going with fermata. I want to pause and linger and maybe just slow down. And I'm going to actually, I need to write the definition because I'll forget what it means. But I hope that you can think of that word and imagine yourself as this beautiful instrument as you move forward with either picking up the pace or slowing down, letting something grow or helping something to become smaller. So yeah, thank you for embracing this opening activity inspired by our page this evening. So I'm going to just go through very quickly. I pulled some inspiration for coloring and tackling this little violin from some real violins, but also from coloring. Some folks have already shared their coloring page. There's a beautiful, what's wrong with just grabbing your favorite color? And what I love about this one is that because it is so detailed, it's just colored in, just sort of outlined, but you don't have to feel forced to go into those highlights. Maybe color the whole thing in one color, and then you can kind of go back through and outline a few of those other things to make it pop. Coloring is about a process of quieting your brain, not to stress you out. And so if those little spaces are, make you feel uncomfortable, then just make it one big space. Patsy, I'm so glad that you shared. Thank you so much for posting that in Sonder Club. I loved the way this violin looked with the little kitty cat picture in it, and then I found a violin very similar. Those colors are kind of giving me the same vibe, but just, you can draw over what is printed on the page. If you want to put a butterfly in your violin, by all means, put a butterfly on your violin, or take that musical word and block it out, like do it in black and then color around that. Here's one that it looks like it was used with maybe crayons or a colored pencil. Here's a beautiful blue one. Again, I loved how I was able to find like real violins and match them with some of these. Um, yes, Marie is sharing that she taught a meditation workshop and how important coloring is for meditation because it does engage your brain in ways that will help reset that cortisol that's just firing. Now, if you don't want to tackle the violin, maybe you draw a case around it and fill the case with music or flowers or words or other beautiful things. So this page has plenty of space for you to do that. It's got great negative space. Maybe you leave the violin and you fill the negative space either with doodles, colors. You could use maybe you have a favorite song, or there's a song that just makes you feel the velocity in your life, and you write the lyrics around the violin. You can adorn the instrument in any way that you see fit. This one was painted, but I love kind of the yin yang, the light, the dark that it represents. So I thought that could inspire how you color, you choose what you put on your page. And then some more flowers. Maybe you have some stickers. Maya always says they want to fulfill their sticker destiny. Stickers want to be stuck. So maybe you color your violin one color and then you go fill it with florals and fill that page. And then finally, there's the last page. So lots of space around this to get creative and just kind of pour the day onto the page through your coloring actions. Remember, this is about the process and not the product. We love for it to be beautiful, but the fact that you are calming your body and sitting with this page and coloring and letting the world go, it will help simmer those thoughts down. Our weather guy said, he did the thing tonight and he said, we're in for some sizzling days. I need to settle. I don't need to be sizzling. So hopefully you'll find that in tonight's social. So we, of course, are only going to listen to violin music as we color, and I'll go back and forth between these pages, and then let us know what you're starting with. Are you going to use stickers? Are you going to choose a certain color? Are you working on something else? We'd love to know. And just enjoy this time that you've carved out for yourself. My friends, I am so proud of you for ending your week with a little intentional me time, carving out that time to sit, color, or catch up, or journal, or visit. Um, we listened to some great music. You know, those strings are so good. Also, another good thing for our brain, those instrumentals, those classical instruments. And so I invite you to share your violin when you're finished in Sonder Club. But I also want to know what the word was that you picked for where you are as you examine yourself as this musical instrument in life, where that fits into the velocity of your life. So I want to see that. Especially, and a lot of you were saying, "Oh, I'm putting stickers around and all that good stuff." Now, this has been recorded. You'll be able to go back and watch that if you want to listen to the music again. But Spotify's great because there's a lot of great lists. I actually pulled up wedding violin covers for weddings, is the list that inspired our time tonight. So again, a shout out to maybe consider looking at that daily reset journal. That might be something that fits beautifully into your life. And that's a pre-order, so you'll be among the first. Again, another reminder about next month's exclusive with our founder, Meha. We are so glad that you took this time this evening to be intentional with resetting the week so that you can embrace this weekend in a really good way. So, good night, Sonder family. I send you lots of light and lots of love.
Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the right music, getting in the swing.